They thought they could get away with it, didn't they? They thought that by bending you, by breaking you, by crushing your spirit, they could walk away untouched. They thought they could steal from you, use you, and leave you broken without any consequences. They thought they were the ones in control, pulling the strings, making the rules, laughing behind your back as they played their little games with your life. But they made a mistake, a fatal mistake. They underestimated you. They underestimated the darkness within you, the fire you've been feeding all this time. Now that fire is raging and they can't escape it. They're trapped in the consequences of their actions, and there's no way out. They wanted to make you feel small, didn't they? They wanted to humiliate you, to make you bow down and beg for mercy. But mercy was never something you were going to offer. They took from you, they tore you down, and they thought you'd lie there and take it. But they didn't know what you were made of. They didn't know how far you'd go, what lengths you'd reach to make sure they faced what was coming. You don't beg for mercy. You don't apologize for fighting back. You take what's rightfully yours and you show them what it really means to pay the price. You've been through hell. You've seen what they're capable of. You know the lies they've told, the promises they've broken, and the people they've stepped on to get what they wanted. They've twisted the truth, manipulated situations, and used every dirty trick in the book to keep their grip on power. But you're done. You're done playing by their rules, done pretending that everything's going to be okay if you just sit back and take it. No, not anymore. You've learned, you've adapted, you've become something far darker, far stronger, and far more dangerous than they ever realized. They wanted to break you. They wanted to see you crumble beneath the weight of their cruelty. But instead you've risen, you've grown. You found your power in the darkness they created. They thought they could tear you down, but all they did was make you rise higher. All they did was push you to become something they can never control, something they can never stop. And now they're the ones paying the price. They're the ones who have to face the consequences of their actions, and you're the one holding the cards. You're the one in control now. Mercy, apologies, those are things for the weak, for those who have nothing left to fight for. You're not weak. You're not helpless. You don't need their pity or their forgiveness. You don't need anyone's approval. You know what you've been through. You know the pain, the betrayal, the endless struggles, and now you're ready to make them feel it. You're ready to make them pay for what they've done, to show them that their actions have consequences. It's time for them to face justice, and you're the one who's going to deliver it. They thought they could break you, but they've done something far worse. They've awakened something inside of you, something they can't control. They've made you into the monster they feared, and now you'll make them regret it. You'll make them regret ever crossing you, ever thinking they could destroy you. There's no mercy, there's no forgiveness, there's just the justice they deserve, and it's coming. You can feel it, can't you? The tension in the air, the inevitable reckoning. They're running out of time. The clock is ticking, and they're the ones trapped in the cage they built for themselves. They thought they could control you, but now they're the ones at your mercy. They're about to understand what it really means to face the consequences of their actions. They're about to realize that there's no escape from what's coming. No matter how much they beg, no matter how much they try to run, there's no way out. The universe doesn't owe them anything. They've taken from you, and now they will give everything back. Every lie, every betrayal, every wound they've inflicted on you, it's time to make them pay for it all. And they will. They will feel every ounce of the pain they've caused. They will understand what it means to be on the receiving end of their own cruelty. It's time to give them justice. It's time to show them that they've been playing a game with the wrong person. They thought they could control you, break you, and leave you in the dust. But they were wrong. They were so wrong. Now it's your turn. Now they'll face the consequences. They'll understand what it means to have no mercy, no apologies, just a reckoning that they can't escape. You've been pushed to the edge. You've been tested, tried, and broken. but you've come out stronger. You've come out a force of nature, a whirlwind that no one can stop. They've created the storm, but now they'll have to face the aftermath. They've awakened something in you they'll never be able to control, and now they'll watch as you turn the tables. You are the storm, and they are nothing but debris in your path. The game is over. The tables have turned. The power has shifted, and now they will pay for their actions. They will feel the weight of everything they've done, and you'll make sure they never forget the price of crossing you. Now that the storm has come, now that the tides are shifting and the winds are turning, let's remind them of something they forgot. You weren't the first victim in their game. No, they've played with people before, crushed spirits and broken lives, thinking that there would be no consequences. They thought they could walk away scot-free every time they destroyed something in their path. But what they failed to understand was simple. They never saw you coming, and now they never get to escape. The difference between you and the others they've manipulated is that you've learned from the suffering. You've taken every wound, every bruise, and turned it into armor. They tried to break you, but all they did was shape you into something greater than they could ever understand. You don't need their permission to exist. You don't need their approval to be strong. You've found your own power, and now that power is burning through everything they ever built. Look at them now, shaking in their boots, trying to make sense of the mess they've created. They thought they could control everything. Your destiny, your choices, your mind. They played their games. They twisted the truth, and they thought they had the upper hand. But you were never meant to follow their rules. You were always meant to rise above. And now, it's too late for them. They can try to scramble, to lie, to beg, but they can't change what's already coming for them. The clock has run out, and their time is up. This is the moment they should have feared, the moment they should have recognized as their last. They made the mistake of thinking you were weak, that you were too broken to rise. They thought that your silence was an indication of defeat, but they were wrong. Silence is not defeat. Silence is the calm before the storm. Silence is when the pieces fall into place, when the darkness settles in and everything becomes clear. And now, the storm is here, and there's nowhere for them to hide. You aren't playing their game anymore. You've created your own rules. They wanted to crush you under their heel, but instead you've risen, and now they can't stop you. They built the trap, and now they're the ones stuck in it, surrounded by the walls they created. They thought they were in control, but they never were. You were always in charge. You were always the one who held the power, and now the world is about to see it. Every lie they told, every promise they broke, it's all coming back. You're the reckoning they never expected. You're the one who's been patiently waiting, watching, learning, and now you know exactly how to make them pay. No mercy, no forgiveness, only the truth of their own actions coming back to haunt them. They thought they could steal everything from you. They thought they could destroy your spirit, crush your soul, but they failed. And now, they'll learn the cost of their failure. They can run, they can hide, but there's nowhere left to go. The world is too small for them to escape their past. And you're the one standing in front of them. You're the one who holds their fate in your hands, and you're not about to let them go. Not now, not ever. They never thought it would come to this, did they? They thought they could break you, shatter your will, and get away without a second thought. But instead, they made you into something they should have feared. They turned you into the very thing they couldn't control, the very force they couldn't break. And now, they're about to feel the weight of every lie they told, every betrayal they committed, and every moment they spent thinking you were less than them. Because they were wrong. They've always been wrong. You were never just a pawn in their game. You were the one who was always meant to control the board. You've shown them what happens when you refuse to bow down. You've shown them what happens when someone like you finally rises, when someone like you takes control of their own destiny. The rules have changed, and now they must follow them. So let them cry, let them beg for mercy, let them do everything they can to try to save themselves. It won't matter, because they've already crossed the line. They've already made their choices, and now they will face the consequences of those choices. No more excuses, no more lies, no more games, only the truth. And the truth is that they are about to face the justice they deserve. The world isn't kind to those who try to break others. It's not kind to those who think they can walk all over people and get away with it. There's always a price to pay, always a reckoning. And you're the one who is bringing that reckoning. You're the one who is serving the justice they so rightfully deserve. So let them tremble. Let them feel the weight of their own fear. They thought they could play God with your life. They thought they could take everything from you without consequence. But now, they'll know the truth. They'll know that you were never the one to break. You were always the one who was meant to break them. And when they look into your eyes, they'll see it. They'll see the fire they lit inside you, and they'll know that there's no going back. They made you into this. They built the cage, and now they're trapped inside it. They wanted to break you, but instead you've become the very thing they should have feared. You've become the justice they can't escape, and there's no mercy left. There's only what they've earned, and they've earned every bit of it.